Hi friends, this video is about understanding Splunk. So let's begin. Now, what is Splunk? So Splunk is a software platform to search, analyze, visualize the machine generated data gathered from the website, application, sensor, device, etc. which makes up your IT infrastructure and business. So this is the definition of Splunk. So uh, let's try to explore about this definition or about Splunk. Like the main thing about Splunk, first it collects the data, stores the data, and correlates real-time data in searchable repository from which it can generate graphs, reports, alerts, dashboard, and visualization. So like end result of Splunk to provide a meaningful information from your data. So it's kind of a data hunting or data mining from a raw data so that we can get some insight out of the data. Currently, we are on the edge of the data. We are sitting on the huge amount of data every day to day. There are a lot of data is generating. It can generate through any website. It can generate through, like say, social media, Facebook, Instagram, or like say YouTube videos, which we see in day to day. So a lot of data is generating. So it's very difficult to get the meaningful information out of the data. So Splunk solves that kind of problem that without context, data is nothing. So it gives a kind of a context to your data, your raw data, and one can find a meaningful pattern or meaningful information from that. So Splunk makes data accessible across an organization by identifying data pattern. So like say, if you want to find a pattern from the data, like that kind of thing we generally used in data science. So pattern finding is one of the key thing of Splunk. Provide metrics, diagnostics, problems, and provide intelligence from business operations. So it's very beneficial for business operations as well. Like uh, one can one can go to data and dig it down to that data. So we gather information. We gathered raw data to Splunk, and then one can do analysis on that data. Splunk is a horizontal technology used for application management, security, and compliance, as well as business and web analytics. So the next topic is need of Splunk or why Splunk. So we all are aware that the growth of data is exponentially increasing due to number of machines we have increased in our environment, or we are using IoT devices, or we are using social media or any application, servers, or multiple things we are using that are generating or increases the data in day-to-day activities. So because of that, the management of data has become very difficult. So we are on the age of big data. So we should have some kind of technology that can handle these kind of data and provide us insight from the data. So what kind of data are there which is generated? The application data, servers data, devices, sensor, social media, and human bodies also generating tons of data. So all these sources are generating data, and it is very difficult to manage the data, because out of these many data, only 10% of data is structured and 90% of data is unstructured. when we call structure and unstructured, structured data has some format, like in database there are specific formats are there: name, age, salary, city. So those, there are some columns and respective values are there. But in unstructured data, there is no structure of data. Like any data can sit anywhere, and it's very difficult to understand that kind of data. So let's example, like suppose we have multiple application server, so that support a particular application. So like in a production scenario, we can consider a scenario where a issue has come in the application side, and engineer investigating the issue. Now is to analyze the data. So the data is under structure, and we are not it's, you can see it's kind of a matrix structure. Matrix kind of is very difficult to understand the error or root cause from these kind of data. So the engineer should go to each and every server, log into that server, find out if any error is there or any clue about that issue is happening. So the engineer or analyst will go one server, search for that particular log. If there are hundreds of logs, it will take a days to identify the issue. Now it goes to second server, third, fourth, and so on. If it's hundreds of servers, then it will take 100 days to check into the issue. But again, also he or she is not sure that issue, if they are able to identify the issue or and find out the root cause. So it's very difficult for a person to log into each and every server and find out where the logs and which log to identify the errors. Okay, so it will like a question, means if we have spent a lot of time but we never know what is the root cause. So here Splunk comes into the picture, where we install small agents, lightweight agents on these servers and fetch the data to Splunk, like I am showing it here. Like we have matrix kind of data and small agent installed, Splunk agent installed on these servers, like hundreds of servers. Now all the data will come to Splunk, and through a small query, a operator or analyst can find a error, root cause, or issue with the application. Now you can see it became very easy for an engineer or an analyst to identify the issue, and it can be identified quickly as possible. Whereas in the previous scenario, one should go to each and every component, each and every server, and log in and check for the error. So here Splunk gives us a very intellectual tool to interact with the data and get the meaningful information out of it. MTTR, we can say it, mean time to resolve the issue. So this is how Splunk help us to improve our productivity and business and IT. Some app is present in Splunk base that user can install on their environment and get a report or useful information from the data. So generally in Splunk app, they have preset dashboards, reports, alerts, or alerts so that you can get the meaningful information from the data. Also, a user who do not have uh, Splunk experience or Splunk query experience, that those can use a pivot functionality as well. So in these kind of scenario, they can use a Splunk inbuilt functionality. They need not to have Splunk expertise to generate or gather the information from the data. So what kind of data Splunk supports? So Splunk supports any kind of data with any of the extension of data, especially can support structured or unstructured data. As I mentioned in previous topic, that it can support structure, unstructured, semi-structured, all kind of data it can support. So you can get the data into Splunk. So for Splunk you should have data. So any kind of data it can, any kind of data from any source, it can ingest the data, it can use the data. Now next topic is working mechanism of Splunk, or how Splunk works. So in previous topic, as I mentioned, that on the application server, we call those as input. In Splunk terminology, we call them as input, where we install a small component called UF and on that like universal forwarder. So it's a lightweight agent. It does not have any GUI or anything. Just we need to configure those from the backend and get the data to next level or next component of Splunk. So about the component, I have already created a video. Just please go and watch that video. So it will give a brief about the components. So once you have installed a lightweight agent on the server, you can forward the data to heavy forwarder. This is one of the component of Splunk. Either you can forward data to heavy forwarder or directly to indexer. So you can forward data directly to indexer, or it can go from input to forwarder and then indexer. So it collects the data over here, it forwards data is being parsed over here in some format, like basic parsing is done over here, and in index and again parse on indexer as well. So indexer is nothing but storage of data. So here data gets stored, or the inputs or the server or UF can directly send data to indexer as well. So there can be a one link like where you need not to go through heavy forwarder, or you can directly install send the data to forwarders, or sorry, on indexer. So it's again a very lightweight data. A very lightweight agent need to install over here, as I explained earlier. So likewise you can store over the data over here. Now if any user want to search the data, so they can log into indexer, on search head, and they can log in and fetch the data through a Splunk query language, fetch the data from indexer and get the meaningful information or a dashboard report or alert, anything they can get it from there, or whatever application is installed on the search head, they can access those applications. So this is a brief about working mechanism of Splunk. So if you need a detailed description, so I have created video, please go and watch that video.